Well, that's what I'm saying. Your district counselor is going to have to sponsor that. And if he doesn't sponsor it, it has not been, and I think historically, other counselors have not supported it.
But if our district counselor says it's okay for another counselor to do something?
I think it would be unprecedented. He could. I don't know. I don't know if another counselor would want to touch it, to be honest with you. So it's, I think from our caucus, I don't think we would have people jumping on to support that. You know, I know I'm speaking a little bit in tongues because I can't speak for all counselors.
Right.
I don't know what some will do and what some won't do. I can only give you my personal opinions on things at this point.
How can a data center that big go into an I2?
Say it again.
How can a data center that large go into an I2 zone?
Well, that's the thing. They can't, right? That's why they went in for a variance.
Yeah, but
And all these things.
I don't understand.
And the variance says that they have to do no hardship to the neighbors. But clearly this is a hardship to the neighbors. How can the MDC say these things and be right?
I can't speak for them. You know, I just can't. I think you guys have hired an attorney, right?
Yep.
And that's what has got to happen sometimes with these communities. The city's not always going to get it right, I don't think.
Every district's not going to be able to hire an attorney.
No, and that's why I think as the council, we are working with the administration on putting something forward
How
to
can we,
kind of
how
help
can
address
we
it.
get the microphone? Does somebody have to make a proposal, and then we can speak to that proposal so that we can at least have our voices heard?
I
mean,
think
this issue obviously was.
the abatement process,
Yeah.
we'll have a public hearing. You will be able to speak at that.
Our tax abatement will have a public hearing?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on it. I'm pretty sure. That's what you'll have that, as well as the MDC hearing. You'll still have that, right? You've not went before the MDC, right? You're doing that on the 14th, 18th. Okay.
Here.
Yep.
And one of the people that's on that lives in Decatur Township and owns a business in Decatur Township. Can he be asked to recuse himself
Accuse himself.
of the vote?
It's a real estate business.
He's real estate business, and he's part of. I think he's already publicly said he's in favor.
I don't have an answer for that. I'm not an attorney. I don't
Okay.
know. I would think that would be probably wise of him to recuse himself if he's
It
already
is a
come
majority
out
vote, right?
in support of it.
There's 9 members, and it's a majority vote, right?
Correct.
And 5 appointed by the governor, or the mayor.
Mayor.
How does the mayor feel about
Or-
data centers? What's his stance?
I don't know.
Should we contact him?
You should reach out to him, talk to his folks on that one. I don't know.
Okay.
I have been the majority leader for near 3 months, and I had one conversation with the mayor, so I couldn't tell you.
So during this abatement hearing, will we be allowed to address any type of questions that we want to concerning the effects, causes, or is it all going to be just
It's
about?
been quite a while since I've attended one. I don't think it's going to be, there may be an opportunity for people to answer some of your questions, but it's probably going to be much like
Factual.
you're just going to give your opinion on it, and they're going to take it into consideration.
We each get 2 minutes to talk, right?
I would assume.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's not like a 15-minute time limit altogether, because that's so mean.
Don't quote me on it. I don't know. It's not. I mean, it's through the MDC
almost
process,
undemocratic.
and we're not as familiar with that. And I don't know if that would have a public hearing at the council because it's not a.
The appeal has a 15 minutes, not 2 minutes per speaker, per side.
She's talking about through the tax abatement hearings.
That I'm not sure.
And I'm like, even if that got through the council and came to the full council, I don't know if that would be a public hearing or not.
And even in a public hearing, it's typically just public comment. So you're not really asking questions and getting answers, unfortunately.
You guys at that point become.
So
I've never been so
kind of like the
popular in
same
my
thing
life.
I just
Everybody
did
wants
now,
to-
just read something off and see if it resonates. Okay.
At that
We
point,
get to talk about BlackRock buying AES and AES being associated.
Being a
BlackRock
client.
being associated with the client of Savy.
really.
Yes.
Yes.
They removed it from all their PowerPoints as soon as we started putting it out.
Yeah, it is.
The
Pales.
attorneys.
But we have screenshots. We have pictures of it. We have it listed before they removed it.
Yeah, their attorney used to be an MDC.
Yeah.
Sabi's attorney?
Yeah.
Who's their attorney?
Mindy West.
Oh, Mindy.
Yeah. She was on the embassy board when the land was rezoned to I-2, and now she works for Sadie.
That seems a total
When
conflict.
they rezoned it 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
That seems like a very much a conflict of interest. She should recuse herself.
The people on the land.
I appreciate you hearing us out. We don't get a lot of support, so just having your presence at the 18th would mean a lot.
I wish I could give you more, concrete answers, and I said I'll help get those answers for you. So if there's probably you've asked me a lot of questions that I can't say positively because I'm just not familiar with the process, sir.
Have you spoke with any of the representatives from the Damar Center? Because that could cause a serious issue with the children and everything there also, because it's right across the street, and I have
Nobody's talked to
autistic twin nieces.
This is how these things typically unfold. When there is a variance in the counselor's district or zoning, we are not getting involved in the other 24 counselors' districts typically. We know data centers are a major issue, but I'm not familiar with all the ins and outs of this particular hearing. I know a little bit from family members who live over there who are also opposed to it, and just some of the things that have been presented early on. I know some of the tax numbers, things of that nature. What you spoke of today about the generators and all of that, I didn't know that.
160 generators is what they said.
That are tier 2.
That are,
Those were phased
they
down
are
in the
gonna
early
sound like
2000s.
jet engines.
And you can't even
When you
put a
fire
gas
them.
station next to a house
No.
that close.
and it's going to be right across the street from Damar.
And Damar is.
And I'm sure they haven't taken the
Sir, I
EPA to
talked
get the
Donnie
EPA
McCoy.
input on
Donnie
it.
McCoy, you might
No,
like
there's
to
been no environmental.
He's a
impact study.
representative of Damar, and they are.
They didn't
not
do
yet
any
making
sort of
decisions
environmental
whether
impact
they're
study at all?
in favor of it or
None.
not.
They don't even they don't even have their letter from the
City doesn't require that at
FAA.
all?
And asking.
They don't even have their letter from
No,
the
I don't think
FAA.
any
That's
of these
right.
felt like- I don't
But they
think
still
Okay.
went through with approval without a letter
He
from the
was at the
FAA.
last, hearing
A recommendation of approval
and I
without a
asked him,
letter.
So what have you guys decided?
That's national.
We haven't decided yet.
It's
So they're
being
still
rushed through
investigating.
for sure. Probably
He
before
might-
you guys
his name is McCoy.
move forward with your thing in April or May.
they
So
wouldn't even
the sooner you
pause.
can push that forward, the better.
Yeah, I know.
Jared, thank you. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank
Appreciate
you.
you for
I
time.
won't. And who's the micro group here that's organizing?
Protect Decatur Township. So we can
Is
get
that
back a hold of you.
That's what it is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I gave him your number. If it's okay if they call you.
For help
Yep.
show you that
It's just a bunch of neighbors here. You're looking at us.
What'd you say,
I
Miss?
said I think the fact that we're all here begging you for help should prove that nobody's listening to us. I was born in my home. I'm not moving, and this is going to destroy everything I've spent a life building.
Same here.
Everything. A life. My
For a
entire
company
life.
that profits from Seattle, Washington, they're not going to be affected by this. They're going to go home in their gated communities and live. We have to live with the consequences.
And nobody
It's our
cares.
homes. Somebody in the city's got to protect our homes,
Nobody
not their
is.
corporation.
And the other thing too to point out is that they just recently put a power plant over on the far east side of Hancock County. The people who came down and put that in as part of AES, they were from Michigan who built all that out. So they're not bringing jobs to Indiana.
And Sadie has a construction company, and they're bringing in all these union workers, saying that they're going to be doing the work. Why would you do that when you own a construction company?
Yeah.
Everything they're saying, we can review. Everything they're saying, we catch them half in a lie.
What are your elected representatives? What is it? State Senator Young, Representative Baining, any of them?
We've sent a lot of letters in our hearings.
We really haven't contacted
Bain is
them.
out.
No, we have. Protect Decatur Township has. We just don't get responses.
Oh, that's
He will
typical.
not
That's
choose
typical.
to support us or tell us he's not going to. He
They
just
were part of
toes
the bunch that
line.
gave the
that?
50% sales tax exemption.
And Young.
Senator Young as well.
And Benning, yeah, is the representative.
So we'll keep showing up.
Okay, thanks, Jared.
Thanks for your
Appreciate
time.
it.
Absolutely.
Thank you for
Thank you,
your time.
Coach. Appreciate you all.
Again.
Appreciate
Appreciate you all.
Good
Absolutely.
helping you.